Okay, so get this. A recent global study dropped an absolute bombshell of a statistic, a 40% increased risk for developing liver cirrhosis and even gangrene. I mean, that's a huge jump for two incredibly serious conditions. And the study links them both back to one single thing: poor sleep. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. That raises a pretty massive question, right? How on earth does a bad night's sleep connect to something as severe as your liver failing or your tissues dying? There has to be a hidden link here. So let's dive in. That's exactly what this explainer is about. We're going to uncover that hidden link. It's a concept called the posture sleep cascade, and it's this secret stress loop that could be running in your body right now, completely under the radar. You know, when we talk about poor sleep, our minds immediately jump to the usual suspects. You're too stressed. You had caffeine too late. You were staring at your phone in bed. And look, those things play a part. But what if the real trigger, the one that kicks off this whole domino effect, is something way more fundamental? Something we do all day, every day, without even a second thought. That trigger is your posture. Yep, seriously. The way you sit, the way you stand, and even the way you sleep. I know it sounds almost too simple to be true, but the physiological chain reaction it sets off, well, it's incredibly powerful. So here it is, the official definition. The posture sleep cascade is basically a vicious, hidden and feedback loop. It all starts with your posture, which triggers this body-wide stress response. That response then turns around and just completely sabotages your sleep quality, and that leads to chronic inflammation, which, as we know, pushes you right down the path toward disease. This whole cascade unfolds in 4 pretty clear steps. It all kicks off with step 1, spinal misalignment just from slouching or poor posture. Your nervous system reads this as a low-grade constant threat. So what does it do? It responds with step 2, a cortisol surge. That's your main stress hormone. Now, here's the problem. High cortisol at night is a disaster for sleep. It causes step 3, a melatonin shutdown. Melatonin is your sleep hormone, and without it, you get fragmented, poor quality sleep, which over time results in step 4, chronic inflammation, the real driver behind so many diseases. And this is absolutely crucial. It's not just about the number of hours you sleep. It's about the regularity and the quality. The posture sleep cascade doesn't just cut your sleep short, it shatters it. And new data from this study is crystal clear. It's precisely that irregular, broken sleep that's linked to the risk for over 90 different health conditions, including the very scary ones we kick this off with. So naturally, this raises a really important question. How in the world do you know if this cascade is happening inside your body? Let's take a look at some of the key warning signs you should be looking for. Okay, take a good look at this list and be honest with yourself. Do any of these feel a little too familiar? That constant tension in your neck and shoulders, waking up still feeling exhausted, feeling anxious or irritable for no good reason? What about that midday energy crash that hits you like a ton of bricks? These aren't just random signs of a busy life. They are the classic symptoms of chronically high cortisol, which is step 2 in that cascade we just walked through. All right, so we've laid out the problem, and I know it can sound pretty bleak, but here's the good news, the really good news. You can absolutely break this cycle. We're going to walk through a simple 3-step system reset with super practical protocols you can start using today to break the cascade and get your body back on track. Okay, reset number 1. This is a super fast 30 on fix you can do every single hour to break that slouch stress connection. Just follow the steps on the screen, but really focus on that W pose against the wall. When you do this, you're not just stretching, you are physically recalibrating your spinal alignment, sending a powerful signal to your brain to, hey, stand down, turn off that threat alert, and stop dripping cortisol into your system. Now, before we get to our next reset, it's really important to understand this. Your nervous system has 2 main modes. You've got your sympathetic system, which is your fight or flight, high alert stress mode. And then you have your parasympathetic system, which is your rest and digest, calm, recovery mode. The posture sleep cascade literally traps you in that sympathetic stress mode. Our goal is to consciously and manually shift you back into parasympathetic calm. And this brings us to reset number 2. This is a 90-second pre-Lee ritual designed to manually flip that switch to calm. The steps are right there, but the secret ingredient, the real magic, is in step 4, that long humming exhale. The combination of exhaling for twice as long as you inhale plus the gentle vibration from humming directly stimulates your vagus nerve. That nerve is the main highway of your rest and digest system. This little exercise is like hitting an emergency brake on stress, immediately shifting your body into a state that's perfect for deep sleep. And finally, our third reset, a quick 2-minute audit of your posture while you're actually sleeping. The goal here is simple. We want to eliminate any last physical stress that could trigger that cascade overnight. So whether you're a sleeper who needs a pillow between your knees to keep your spine aligned, or a back sleeper who needs proper support under your neck curve, the whole point is to remove that final layer of mechanical tension. This gives your nervous system the all-clear signal to finally stand down and prioritize deep, restorative rest. So let's end on this one last thought. After everything we've uncovered about this posture sleep cascade, it kind of forces you to look at your everyday environment a little differently, doesn't it? That comfy office chair, that soft couch you sink into, could they in fact be the most dangerous things in your home? It's a pretty powerful question, and thinking about the answer might just change how you approach your health forever.